Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Ricen, back with another video, and a lot of you guys requested me to, go a bit more in-depth into the new GTX 1080 for my last video, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in this video. So, this is going to be really exciting. I'm really excited to bring this to you guys. As many of you know, I have, extreme... my knowledge is it's a deep pool of knowledge when it comes to computer processing and things like these. So I'm in a unique situation to talk about this because I am an expert and one of the leading in my field, though I am unemployed, except for YouTube, of course, which does bring in a lot of money. Thanks to you guys, thanks to my viewers. I just want to give a big shout out to each and every single one of you. The family, the Ricen family, has really grown recently in my subscriber base, and it's just been really great, and I just want to thank you guys for that. But let's just, hop right into this video. So what we're going to be talking about today is it worth upgrading to the GTX 1080? There's been a lot of discussion about this. A lot of people are saying, Nvidia's putting things up saying oh, this is the way of the future, and you need to go with this. And frankly, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not how I feel. I don't think that is the case. So I know that may come as a surprise to many of you guys, because a lot of you guys, you're probably seeing this hype and you're probably saying, oh, I need to go out and buy this. But honestly, in my opinion, I don't think you do. And one thing that Nvidia is doing is they're throwing a lot of numbers at people, and I'm sure a lot of you guys don't really know what these mean. These numbers, they're confusing and things like that. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. I'm going to tell you what to think and how to feel about this whole graphics card situation, because it is a really hot button issue on the day that I'm recording this and releasing it, because we do it all in one day with our Express Video Editing Center here at the Ricen Studios. We're able to do things like that, and the GTX 1080 released today, so I do believe that some people did receive their GTX 1080s on this day. And a lot of people are saying, you gotta do it, and Nvidia sure is plastering those quotes everywhere. But I'm gonna tell you the exact opposite. I'm saying don't upgrade, and for a few key reasons here. Because what you may be seeing is, you may be seeing oh, it's two times as good. But is it really? And that's what I'm going to talk about, and let's get right into it. So first, we're going to dissect what some of these numbers mean, and then we're going to... this is the GTX 1080 right here. This is the specifications page provided by Nvidia, so it could be a bit biased, of course. Always got to take everything you hear with a grain of salt, except for stuff coming from me, because I would never lie to you guys, my viewers. I just appreciate you guys so much. But what we're going to be going over first of all is CUDA cores. Now, NVIDIA, they have CUDA cores, and as you can see, I don't know if you guys can make that out there, but that is a copyright symbol. So, take that with a grain of salt. We don't know what these numbers mean, frankly. Well, I do know what these numbers mean. Sorry to say that, but in my opinion, CUDA cores are the most important thing to the performance of a graphics card. Looking at it from an objective standpoint, you want as many as possible, and frankly, if we're comparing this with the 980 Ti, which is cheaper than the GTX 1080 and far cheaper than the GTX Titan X, which is $1,000 graphics card, which is actually more expensive than the 1080, although it does perform worse, as far as we know. But what you're going to see here is the 980 Ti offers you 2,816 CUDA cores. All right. and that's crazy. And then we flip over here to the GTX 1080, and we see 2560. That doesn't make any sense to me. And we're gonna do a bit of math here, so stick with me. So we're gonna do 2816 minus 256D, and what do we get? 256. You're getting 256 more CUDA cores with the GTX 980 Ti. And right now it's a great deal because it's only sitting around, $550, whereas the GTX 1080 is selling for, I mean, the MSRP for the Founders Edition, which is the only one that's out right now, is $700, and on eBay they're going for far more than that because of the limited supply. So if you have a GTX 980 Ti, stick with it. And if you don't, and if you're thinking about which one should I do, should I go all the way up to this next generation that's so much better, as they say, I say go with the 980 Ti. Because frankly, we haven't seen what the 1080 can do in really, much length at all. I mean, people have had their hands on it for only about a week now. And I mean, and these people who do have their hands on it, who are they getting these video cards from? NVIDIA. So you cannot think that they aren't biased, because they definitely are. They're getting a lot of money pumped in, and I just like to take this time to say that's what makes Ricen unique. Is we don't take money from these companies unless they offer us free items, which they haven't yet. So as of now, we're unbiased, and be sure to subscribe for unbiased opinions. As long as we don't get paid for saying otherwise. And then a few other things I want to go through on here is base clock, and it's in parentheses MHZ. Now that MHZ is really important, because if we go over to the 1080 here, what we're going to see, it's also MHZ. Now, you might be saying, oh, that's 1607, isn't that more than just 1,000? And a normal person would say yes. That is more than 1,000. So it must be better because that number is higher. And look at that. It's 600 higher, and this is only 256 higher. So what does that mean? You're asking me. What does that mean, Ricen? And I'm going to tell you. And frankly, a lot of this goes back to, how corporations try and, take from us, the general populace. And basically what we're seeing here with this MHZ calculation, whatever that is, I mean, frankly, we don't know. What we're seeing is that this base clock, what is it a base of? Is this a military base? Is this a core base? And now, of course, and these are all things, people don't really know. But me being an expert, I can tell you. And this is not a core base. And, many people would say, well, wouldn't this be a Gigatronics, base core? And it's actually not. This is actually a MHZ base core. And what is going on here is when manufacturers are trying to, kind of, say some things, but make something seem better than something else without actually knowing, or they just want to make it look better, so you'll buy it, so you'll be a consumer, and it's like, oh, well, that's higher. But a key difference here, and I'm going to zoom in here real quick thanks to Google Chrome. Big shout out to them. Love Google Chrome. Use it every single day of my life, usually. We're going to zoom in here. All right, you see that? We're going in. It's getting larger. And what is this? That you might be saying, oh, it's just a parentheses. But is it? Because you know what that looks a lot like? And check this out. That parentheses, quote unquote, looks a lot like that. What is it? That's a bracket. Now, why would they use a bracket instead of a parentheses? Whereas, if we'll scroll over here and zoom in, we can see that they're clearly using parentheses on here. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean for us as consumers, as people, as human beings living in solidarity with nature? What does that mean? That means that Nvidia is lying to us. Because, as I said before, what does changing that mean? Changing it from a parentheses to a bracket means that it has half the performance as advertised. Now, this is a little trick that advertisers like to use to try and trick you, the consumer, into buying their latest product. So, let's take that 1607, okay, in our calculator here, and let's divide that by 2. $803.5. All right, and what do we have here? 1,000. I'm very sorry about that. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, never mind. But it is more. So that means that the 980 Ti, not only does it have a higher base clock, but it also has more CUDA cores. Alright? And that's something that they're not telling you. And then, if you want to look even further, I don't know if they have it on here because, they probably don't want to talk about it. But as you can see, SLI, it's, they just say yes. Just, what does that mean? If we go over here on the 980 Ti, what does it say? Yes, 4-way. Now, why don't they say 4-way SLI, you might be saying? And if you want to know why, it's because they don't support it anymore. They're not coming out as a company and saying, yes, we support this. And you might be saying, why? Why, Ricen? Why would they do that? And I'm going to tell you why. It's because these evil corporations, are trying to steal from you, the consumer. See, previously, you were able to buy 4 of their products, hook them all together, and get, a very good computer. But now, they're not even saying you can do that. They're just saying yes, because it's only 2 now. They're cutting, once again, your performance in half. All right? And we're going to do here real quick, so we're going to clear this. All right? Clear all. And what is... Let's see here real quick. Okay. I'm sorry about this. So 4. Let's divide 4 by 2. That's right, folks. They are lying to you. Once again, they are cutting your performance in half and charging you almost $100 more, and $150 right now. And this is ridiculous. And we as consumers cannot stand for this. And that's why I say, don't upgrade to the 1080. Upgrade it. You could get something like a GTX 460, and it would be far better. But thank you guys for watching. This concludes the video. I know you guys have been asking for this. I just wanted to really give it to you guys because, you guys deserve it. You, my loyal viewers, really deserve this video. So I'd like to thank all of you guys, and I'd like to thank all of our sponsors who made this happen. One, Google Chrome, big fan. Definitely check out their product, and also, of course, one of our biggest sponsors is, of course, 7-Eleven. Go check out their smoothies. Go see what it's all about. And I'm just going to go to their website real quick, give them a big shout out. Huge fans of their products, huge fan of what they do for us. They won't try and cheat you. Now, let's look at this right here. Okay, this is just, excuse me. Look at that, 50 years of serving customers, and that is what 7-Eleven is all about with their Slurpee product line. And I mean, it's just something great. And so, definitely check them out. Something that's just so great in this world, and I definitely want all my fans to go and check it out because it really is an eye-opening experience to see what 7-Eleven is all about. They truly are a corporation that is for the consumer. So thank you guys. Be sure to like this video. Comment in my comment section of this video. That'd be greatly appreciated. and subscribe even. If you want to see more content like this, which I know you do, definitely be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're in touch with all of the latest news. With gaming, you can stay up with my gameplay, which is improving day by day. And as you guys know, as my longtime subscribers know, you could ask in the comment section, ask, hey, Ricen's longtime subs, what do you think of the guy? And they'll tell you some things. And what they're gonna tell you is he puts out quality content on a regular basis. So subscribe definitely for all the new people here. And we're a growing YouTube channel. We've almost doubled our amount of subscribers in the last week, and that's really exciting. But anyway, thank you guys for checking out my video. Be sure to stay tuned for videos coming in the near future. We're gonna have a lot, especially this summer. Once we're freed up, because a lot of the Ricen team is going to be out of their doctorate programs. We have 3 people joining the team who will be doctors this year, so that's very exciting for us. And, just stay in touch. Follow us on Twitter. Go to RicenProductions.com. That's our website. You can find our videos there, and as well as our social media accounts. Follow us on Twitter at Ricen_pro. Direct message me any questions you have. I'll be sure to clarify. Leave me a private message, maybe. That'd be great. But thank you guys for watching. Ricen out.